All right, so the today's exercise, what you're going to have to do is you first get onto your simulation, which is like that. That was from the link from last week. You'll recognize that. And the other thing on the other side of the page, you need to get this activity, which is also on a link. So you have both up. This is a Word document, and you need to be able to cut and paste into that, into your page. So you need having both up at the same time. So what's going to happen is we'll start off with this and we'll look at this side. So it says tick the boxes, sum of forces and values. So the first thing you do is sum of forces and the values. Click those two. Now start by putting a small blue figure and a small red figure on the rope and let them pull the trolley. So small right left figure, and then you can see what happens then. All right. What is the net force? The net force, you subtract one force from the other to get your net force. In this case, there's nothing because it's zero, because that left is equal to the right. Okay, so we start again. The next one, put another blue one, and again let them pull the trolley. Let them pull, sorry, I'm just making a spelling mistake there. Pull the trolley forces and measure the net force. Okay, so put another blue, so it's 1, 2. We had one over there, so put another one and see what happens. Make sure you've got the sum of forces and values. Look at the sum of force there. So the net force there is 50. All right, so that's the difference between those. Now, how can you get it balanced? What can you do to get them balanced? Okay, so you're going to have a look around to see what you can do to get them balanced. Then this side here, what you have to do is fill in. You look at the picture and you force to the right in newtons. How many would it be? So we know each little man is 50, so there would be 100 to the right, 50 to the left, and the net force to the right would be 50 to the right. Now this guy's bigger. He's the middle size. So we know the middle size guy, we'll start again. We know the middle size is 100 newtons. So we put 100 newtons that side, and two little guys is 50 and 50, which is equal to 100. So that's 100 and 100 is a balance force, so there's no newtons, no net force. Okay, and you work on through that. That's a big guy, so work out how much he is, plus two little guys, that's going right, and there's middle guy and a small guy going left. What happens there? So put those figures in there. Then what I want you to do here is actually create your own one. So if it's telling me 100 newtons to the left, so 100 newtons to the right, so I've got to get 100 newtons. That's 100 newtons and 200 to that side. So I do that, 150. Now I've got 200 newtons to the right. That's exactly like that. My net force is what? Whoops. Come back again. So now what I do is I snip that. And I cut that like that. Copy that. And I paste it into there. So that's showing me that I can actually understand what I'm doing. And then the net force over there is going to be 100 newtons to the left. That's right. Okay. Now, what would you do? Let's do another one, 50. So it's 15 newtons to the right and 150 to the left. Okay. Yeah, sorry, newtons. So what is our net force? It's going to be 100. Okay. But what I need you to do now is I want you to show me that. So how can I do it? Forces to the right. Forces to the right is 50 newtons. So I clear that. 50 to the right. And 100. What is that? That's values. That's 150. So that little guy versus that guy. And what's going to happen? So what you do is you take your snipping tool, cut that out, paste it in. And that's really what you have to do all along here. You have to do the same ones. And that's really what I'm expecting. Thank you.